What is your comment then on command agriculture? Do you think that ZANU-PF is trying to address the issue of lack of inputs through that?
No, there's no goodwill from ZANU-PF. I think, yes, there might be some people within ZANU-PF who would cherish an initiative to give inputs to recently settled farmers. But the problem is, at this juncture where we've got liquidity crisis in Zimbabwe, where the same government can't even pay civil servants, it is a tall order for the ZANU-PF government to be able to support input, to support newly resettled farmers on inputs. It is not possible. At the moment, what we are doing is we are living at the edge of chaos as a nation. And we need a new government that actually commands the respect, that commands, that also bring in a sort of budgetary framework whereby at the moment what we have is about 75% of the budget goes to salaries, and that is not a sustainable scenario. We don't even have, within the budget itself, any budget that goes to capital infrastructure, to sustain infrastructure. This is why you've got roads decaying. They are not being serviced at all. And this is why we also have, and to expect that the same government, when they can't even pay the civil servants in time, that they will be able to give our farmers or to support our farmers. It's expecting, too much from them. It's a tall order. We know that this government whatsoever does not have a moral compass to support Zimbabweans.
Okay, there's a question for you, Elliot.
Yeah.
From Facebook, from my Facebook page, from Douglas. Thank you, Douglas, for that question. And the question is, how will Pfebve afford farmers access to capital? And he said he agrees that land audit is the way to go.
Yeah. I think firstly, we have to accept that the current government is bankrupt. I mean, this is why we are sort of living hand to mouth in terms of the budget, and still with budget deficits. Firstly, what we need to do is, people need to understand that any investment economy works on trust. What we need is a government that actually can attract the FDI, which is the foreign direct investment. And it can only do that by coming up with investment-friendly policies. And the MDC, I can assure you there, from the previous policies and from the current policies which we are just finalizing, we are the only party with the friendly investment policies. Once you've got friendly investment policies, then you have people coming to Zimbabwe to invest at our terms. We are not mortgaging the country, neither are we mortgaging the diamonds like what ZANU-PF has been doing. People are coming to invest on our terms, and out of the investment from the business, there will be taxes. There will be corporation taxes, there will be pay-as-you-earn taxes, and from those taxes, we are able to fund capital expenditure, we are able to support our farmers. Whether we are talking about rural farmers, whether we are talking about newly resettled farmers. Okay, I have to distinguish here from, we have got A1 and A2 in terms of newly resettled farmers. And the A2 being the commercial sector. And the solution to that is that you make sure that people with the land are given the title deeds. At the moment, anything can happen because the title deeds still rest with the previous farmers. So let us not make any mistake. This is a mirage that we've got the land, because we don't even have the title deeds for that land, the title deeds still rest with the previous farmers. And unless legally that is addressed, then it becomes difficult for our farmers to access loans from the banks. Now, where do we get the money? I can give you an example. I've been to the EU summit and forum several times, including African Union and EU summits. And African leaders have actually put across the activities that they're doing for their country. And I can give you a good example of Ghana. Ghana, they realized that their small-scale farmers or small-scale businesses were unable to access funds from the traditional banks. Here I'm talking about the Barclays banks, the Standard Chartered of the Africa, right? Because of the collateral that they asked for. And what Ghana did was the government set aside a fund from taxes that they were collecting from even the same banks and companies. So they had a pool of money, which they then gave to a bank to administer on the part of the government. Can you see what I'm saying? So that the element of stringent collateral security being demanded by the banks falls away. So this money is actually coming from the government, but it's a special fund accessible to the farmers themselves. So the reason why they gave it to the banks is because the banks, they've got the instruments to monitor, they've got the capacity and the technical know-how to collect the money from those who might have borrowed. So it is possible and it's feasible.